All because the woman was too hideous, a harsh contrast to her beautiful older sister. Neither her parents nor her sister could believe they shared the same blood, but as shrine maidens, the younger sister's exorcism power was way stronger. That is the only reason her parents did not abandon her. When the family drifted to this very village, the twin maidens were asked by the villagers to suppress a giant serpent called Yukaban. Its head and body were sealed in the east and west mountains. The villagers were deeply grateful to the exorcist family and asked them to serve as shrine priests. Finally, the family had a place to call home. The sister and parents lived in the wealthy west village, and they sent the younger sister off to the poor east village. But a year later, the weak and sick in the west village started falling ill one by one. They found the village well was the cause. See, a long time ago, Yukaban was originally the mountain lord. The people of both villages worshipped him as a mountain god, offering sacrifices for peace and safety. Then they went back on it and used the maiden's power to seal him away. His body used intense cursed and resentful blood, turning into cursed objects in the mountains and poisoning the well. The west village had to rely on the east village's river water. Soon after, they started getting sick of this arrangement. Meanwhile, the younger sister sent to the east village was warmly welcomed by the villagers. It was the first time she ever felt kindness from others, so she poured her heart into helping the villagers as thanks. Word of her goodness spread to the west village. A young carpenter admired her kind heart and pitiful situation and started visiting her often. This became a thorn in the older sister's heart because while the shrine was being built, she had already fallen for the carpenter. Even the people around them thought they were perfect together, but the carpenter only had respect for the sister. Whenever he had free time, he would go fix up the younger sister's broken down house. Over time, the two of them grew closer and closer. Tasting failure for the first time, the older sister became jealous of the sibling she never even considered a rival. On top of that, the west villagers were losing trust in her because of the poisoned well. All these negative feelings mixed together and twisted her attitude toward her sister more and more. The older sister held this grudge for years. Her revenge poured out as a sinister and vicious master plan, and she convinced her parents to help her carry it out. While the villagers were buzzing about the cursed water, every single day the sister went into the well to investigate. Even covered in mud, she never complained once. Her hard-working image won over a ton of hearts. The sister told the villagers that the seal in the east village had weakened since the east village was always poor and used to sending workers to the west side for money. The younger sister must have loosened the seal out of jealousy, letting Yukaban's filth flow into the well. To make this stick, the sister personally went deep into the cave where the serpent's body was sealed and loosened the seal they had risked their lives to make. The younger sister thought it was the serpent's curse causing it. She ran around every day purifying the land to make sure the villagers stayed safe, but the west village left unchecked was already consumed by fear. She told them the east village was fine, but she sensed intense evil energy from Yukaban's seal. She cried beautifully, accusing her sister of using the curse out of spite to drive her out as a worthless shrine maiden and planning to lure the east villagers to steal the shrine, even taking the west village's rich land too. The west villagers always looked down on the east side. These words finally lit the fuse of their rage. They completely believed the sister's lies. One day the younger sister jolted awake from a nightmare. Someone had torn down Yukaban's seal in her dream, waking up to a bone-chilling miasma that filled her with dread. She decided right then to go check the seal herself. On the way, she ran into her sister leading a mob of villagers. The villagers waited outside under the pretense of helping. The two then went into the sealed cave together. Once inside, the younger sister immediately realized they were in grave danger. A chill ran down her spine. Pure horror. Then she sensed a massive wave of furious energy closing in. Back in those days, paper was rare and precious. Wandering exorcists carved their spells right onto their own skin. The sister always pushed this method onto the younger one, so she was always covered in permanent ugly scars she could never remove. Even without its head and badly wounded, Yukaban was still terrifyingly furious, becoming a threat far beyond what the sister imagined. She helped in the fight with skill, steadily piling more burden onto her younger sister, and the curse-filled serpent was suppressed once more, unable to move. Just as she turned to ask her sister about the seal, countless hosts smashed into her back in an instant. She screamed for her sister to save her.